It's crazy how people think you're weak just because you don't show your battles. Malik had battles they couldn't see, and strength they could never imagine. Don't forget to subscribe. Your support is what will help us reach our first 1,000 subscribers. Malik had always been the quiet one, the boy who sat in the back of the classroom, the boy who kept his head down, the boy everyone labeled before they ever bothered to know him. People whispered about him as if he couldn't hear, laughed as if he couldn't feel, and judged as if they understood his life. But Malik carried battles inside him that no one else saw. He wasn't weak. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't slow. He was simply tired. Tired of being underestimated. Tired of being overlooked. Tired of being treated like someone who would never rise. Beyond the shadows life placed him in. One afternoon, as he walked through the hallway, Malik heard two boys laughing loudly behind him. Why does he even try? One of them said. He's just wasting his time. They didn't bother to whisper. They wanted him to hear it. Malik felt their words like sharp knives cutting into the last pieces of confidence. He had left. He didn't turn around. He didn't defend himself. He simply walked away. But in his silence, something inside him shifted. Not anger, not revenge, a decision. That evening, Malik sat alone in his small room with nothing but a notebook and a heavy heart. On the first page, he wrote a sentence he had never dared to say out loud. Become the person they can never ignore. It was the moment his life quietly changed direction. From that day, Malik began waking up at 5 a.m. while the world slept. He read, studied, practiced speaking, exercised, and worked on himself in ways no one saw. There were no witnesses, no applause, no support. But every morning he sharpened himself. Every night he improved. Slowly, the weak version of Malik that everyone knew began to fade, and the stronger version began to rise. Weeks turned into months. His teachers noticed he was different, more focused, more present, more powerful. His classmates noticed too, although they pretended not to. Even the boys who once laughed at him stopped underestimating him. But Malik wasn't doing any of this for them anymore. His journey had become personal. When the school announced a public speaking competition, Malik quietly signed up. No one expected him to show up. When his name echoed across the hall on the day of the event, whispers filled the room. Malik? Someone snickered. He's going to embarrass himself. But when he walked onto the stage, he didn't look like the Malik they used to mock. He stood tall, calm, and unafraid. And when he began to speak, every voice in the hall fell silent. Malik shared his truth, not with anger, but with strength. He spoke about pain, struggle, growth, and discipline. He said, sometimes life breaks you, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you into someone stronger than you ever imagined. His words carried weight because they came from experience, from nights of doubt, from mornings of discipline, from a heart that refused to quit. When he finished, the entire hall erupted into applause. Not forced, not polite, real, powerful. A standing ovation from the same people who once whispered that he would never be anything. Malik didn't need to win a trophy that day. He won something far greater. He won their respect. And more importantly, he won himself. People now say, no one expected his comeback. But Malik knows the truth. His comeback wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It was work. Quiet work. Lonely work. Work done in silence while others laughed. Work that built the version of himself they said he could never become. Malik learned that people may doubt you, ignore you, disrespect you, or count you out. But none of that matters when you refuse to count yourself out. The greatest revenge will always be growth, and the strongest voice will always be the one that rises after being silenced. Malik didn't prove them wrong. He simply proved himself right. Don't forget to like, drop your comments, and subscribe to this channel. It will help a lot. Greatness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it walks quietly, waiting for the right moment to speak with undeniable power.